Okay, so this is Chucky season 7, episode 3. There Will Be Blood. This is the penultimate episode of season 3. In the episode titled, obviously, reference to Saw. But that's not the movie reference we get in this. Like any of them, we get a number of them. But before any of that, I should preface I'm medicated, okay? 'Cause I'm not feeling well. See, I didn't get medicated until maybe 15 minutes after the episode started, so I'm gonna tell you what I saw before I got medicated, and then after. See if I can make sense of this, because I fucking. Anyway, so previously on fucking Chucky. So it turns out I was wrong last week. Chucky didn't start World War III. He almost did, but they stopped it somehow. But Chucky, he went out. I'm gonna circle back to that. Chucky, yeah, he's gone or whatever. And his final words were "fuck Santa" because he blew up the North Pole, and he did all these crazy murders and everything, almost launched these missiles, and now his spirit is free. The doll is gone. And Charles E. Ray now haunts the White House, along with the other fucking ghosts. And now, episode 7. So it opens with Charles E. Ray's ghost, a live action Brad Dourif, which is great to see. Because it's been a minute since I've seen him in anything live action. And I've been a Brad Dourif fan since I was a kid. It's like I've been a Chucky fan since I was a kid, so that's pretty good to see. And there was a detail on Charles E. Ray. He's still bloody. He still has the wound from when he was shot in the store all those decades ago. Damn. So yeah, anyway, we see Charles E. Ray's ghost in the spirit realm, which I think is the same place from Beetlejuice, because there's a woman, her head's over here and her body sticks to it. And she's talking to Charles for a brief bit, just like in Beetlejuice, where a woman's sitting there in the waiting room with Beetlejuice. Her legs are over here, her body's over here, and Beetlejuice tries to touch her legs, and she hits it. Like, remember that? It's just like that. So Charles doesn't try to touch this girl. Now he's there, and he has a meeting with Damballa. We finally get to see who Damballa is. And it's a Chucky doll, or rather, he took the form of what Charles E. Ray, like, what he likes the most, what he loves the most. And according to Damballa, Charles E. Ray is a narcissist, so that's why he's a Chucky doll when he talks to him. And I haven't said this, but one good thing consistently this whole season, the animatronics, the practical Chucky looks fantastic. And I think this episode he's looked his best. Like, he's so expressive on his laptop with the glasses. Like, he gets up and he talks to Charles E. Ray's ghost, and he's like, "You fucking cheated on me with that Christian stuff, the Catholic stuff." And Charles Ray's like, "That wasn't my fault." And Charles Ray, he just goes off, starts listening to all the crazy murders he did and all the different ways he did it. And then was like, "What? Let me think about it. Oh, didn't get my attention because of that Christian stuff we did." And Chucky's like, I did all that for you and everything. And he's like, "What can I do to make this correct?" And Dumballa's like, he tells him everything, and Chucky goes off again because he doesn't like what he hears. And I love the child, like that Brad Dourif, because it's like fuck so many times. He's like, "Fuck you, Damballa." Damballa's like, "You can't talk to me like that. I'm Damballa." He's like, "Oh, fuck you, Damballa." He's like, "Fuckity, fuck," like multiple times throughout the episode. That's one highlight for me. So we cut to the kids, to the first lady, and she's not exactly happy with what went down before. Who would be? And she wants to get her kids out of there, and she sets things in motion to do that. But while she's doing that, the psychic shows up, but it's not the person that they said it was last episode, because apparently she was busy, whatever. So they got somebody else, and he shows up, and there's one thing, Cynics, he doesn't do this, so he just talks like this, and this weird look on his face, and he's very boring. And as he's there talking to the fucking CIA dude or whatever that was, the first lady gets her kids and just puts them in the truck, and the oldest kid, he wants to stay behind because the other kids, Lexi and company, are still in the White House, basically held hostage. And he's like, he has to go back home. She's like, no, once we're safe, we're good. No, he's like, no, I'm not going to abandon them. And so he stays behind. And the first lady leaves. And so it's back on the kids and everything. He goes back in there with one of the Secret Service agents that's not fucking dirty. And he actually helps them. Like, he knocks out an agent for him. And they get to the room only for that CIA dude to show up. And the agent get backed up. They're got. And they go into this room. They have this seance and everything. And they do that. And Charles Ray's, what you saw in the trailer, like, he's just fucking with them. Lexi's like, where's my sister? And he's like, well, he doesn't really tell her. And they keep calling him Charles E. Ray, and he goes off again. He's like, my name is fucking Chucky. And they're like, you're not in charge of Charles. We are. He's like, oh yeah, he makes lights go out and shit. And they keep saying, don't break the circle, otherwise it could be dangerous for all of them, Charles and the people. But they break the circle when they start fucking with them. And then the murders for the episode happen, and they are by far the weakest. I understand that electrocution is diamond scene. He's also interferes, right? He keeps doing it. I get that. But how many times just this show has he electrocuted somebody? We didn't even talk about the whole last franchise. Like, my goodness, dude. So yeah, like, the blood drips down and electrocutes 3 people, and those are the murders for the episode. Oh, there's another one in the elevator. For the Shining reference, I was like, ugh. And if you're new here, I'm not a fan of the Shining at all. Like, none of them. So I was like, this bull. I get it, the blood, cause that's a whole, okay. And Devin Sawa, his character, like, they're getting ready to do the cover-up, talking about the president's sick, and doesn't have too much long, and he films it and everything, and then the agent pulls out a big-ass needle, and he's like, and Devin Sawa's like, I'm not supposed to leave her alive, am I? And he's like, no, sorry, Devin Sawa tries to run like a pussy, but I get it, I would too. First of all, I hate needles. Second of all, my life, no, I'm running too. And he tries to run, and he finds himself in the elevator with one of the guards who's trying to stab him, and they struggle. He's like, I'm sorry. Then blood starts dripping on him, and the elevator fills up with blood. I would expect it to be like the Shining, but the blood just pours out the elevator, because everybody's outside the elevator just waiting for it. But no, they're in there, they're fighting, they're struggling, and the blood drips on them, and they look up, and even more of the blood drips on them. And there's one good thing about this scene. Like, it's like the elevator's filling up with blood, like drowning them basically, and Charles E. Ray's ghost is there just looking at him laughing. And as the water rises, he goes from Charles E. Ray. And when it's done, he's a Chucky doll. That's pretty cool. Alright, and then we get to okay. The aftermath of all that, and they're talking about, like, the spirit world and everything. And Jake is like, he has to go in there because he has the strongest connection. The fuck? What? He wants to murder? Okay. And he's like, he has to appeal to good Chucky to get him to, like, basically sacrifice himself. Like, good Chucky? That was complete bullshit, wasn't it? Like, literally, before I could say it, they're like, but he murdered Nadine. Like, exactly. That made no sense in season 2. Definitely don't make sense now. I don't know. There's no good Chucky. He murdered his own mother with a point which Chucky makes himself. They were talking to them about this. Like, I murdered my own mother before my balls dropped. Like, Chucky's not a good dude. What the fuck? There's no good Chucky. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna do that. Literally flatliners. Before I could say that, they're like, yeah, like flatliners. I'm like, okay. And it's OG flatliners, not the remake bullshit. Okay. Yeah. That was name drop the Abyss. I guess they did it in that too. So they get everything ready, and while they're doing that, Tiffany's about getting ready to be executed. By the way, that guard that I liked, yeah, she got Mean Girls, except she didn't get back up. Like, Regina George got back up in all the versions. Not this girl. She twisted and everything when she got hit by that bus or whatever. So yeah, and Tiffany has almost everyone at the facility, the jail, whatever, like, under her control, except for one sniper. And I guess when like other guard who shows up in place of the girl who's been helping her. And I love how he doesn't probably ever said he's like shows up and he's like, okay, turn around. No, excuse me, Miss Tilly. And she's like, Valentine, why is that so fucking hard? And she turns around and she's begging and she's like, at least let me get my stuff. And he's like, how the hell did shit get in here? Great question. And so he handcuffs her, walks her down to the Green Mile, and they hook her up to the machine and everything as everything else is happening. Like I said, it's intertwined with the needles that they got for they got these two big ass needles for Jake. For Jake, one to kill him and one to bring him back. At that same time, you see the lethal injection needle for Tiffany being taken out, injected into her. And everything's getting ready, and she's begging and pleading. And then finally she's like, I love you, Chucky. And that's where the episode ends. Now, the reason I'm sitting here right now talking about it, the reason I watched this episode tonight is I got a message on my phone from, I think it was, hold on, maybe it's still here. Because I like this dude. But fucking, like, come on now. Let's see if it's still here. No, it's not. Okay. I think it was Review King MB or somebody. And he put in his title, Did they just kill Tiffany? I'm like, what? First, I forgot that this even came on today. Or I guess yesterday, the time recording. Because, again, I'm not feeling well. And I got a doctor's appointment, I guess, in a couple of hours. That I might have to cancel because I'm not feeling well. And I just been thinking, that because it's fucking Midwest weather. So I forgot this even came on today. I got that message. I'm like, they did not just murder Tiffany. I'm like, the episode just ends after she's been injected. But that, another stupidity. Plus, that doll's out there. Remember the Tiffany doll? So I feel like even if they did murder Tiffany, they didn't actually. But all this sounds final. And it does. But even in the trailer for the next episode, they call it the season finale, not the series finale. And again, we know for a fact we're about to have another movie, so all the pitch taken out of it for me. Like, I know Chucky will be fine. Tiffany, I'm unsure, but I'm sure she'll be fine. The kids, I don't know. And if I'm being honest, I'm caring less and less. Like, I like most of the kids, but like half the kids roughly. Even so, that they've been useless this whole episode. Like the whole, most of the series, most of the season basically. So I don't know. The other two, I just don't fucking like. Oh, and this time, Lexi's finally kissed the oldest son, whatever. Oh, speaking of the kids, the presidential kids, this episode, one thing I can say about it is it was hitting me. Because the youngest kid is in shock after what happened last episode with his father and everything. And it's like, when I lost my dad, my younger brother was in shock for a full year, okay? He called me on the 1 year anniversary. His voice sounded different. He sounded better. He was telling me all about it. And it's got me, man. When I saw that scene, and the older son was telling his mother, like, you should have told us. Yeah, shit's crazy. You should have told us. And like, my mom told me about my dad the night it happened. Basically, had to make me go over there to his house. Because she didn't want to leave me alone, and I'm the oldest. And, I get that. So, yeah, like, since the first time this series got way too close to comfort for me, like, you saw her season 1, yeah. Which is why I started on, like, Lexi. Like, she should have fucking apologized to Jake. Like, should have been done that. Anyway. So, yeah, that hit me. And then you hear there's a scene where they have all of the machines hooked up with the seance, and you hear a voice, and it's Devin Sawa as the president. And the look on their face, like, man, like, like, my dad's final voicemail that's been floating around, making its rounds in the family. I haven't gotten it yet. I know what he said, but I haven't heard his voice in 4 years. I got his music too. I just can't bring myself to play it, but I haven't. So I get that. So like, yeah, it kind of hit like this medication. But yeah, no, this shit is still weird. the spirit realm and the Beetlejuice shit, the ghost. Great seeing Brad Dourif in live action. It's fantastic. But like a broken record here, I'm not really digging the ghost shit, like, at all. Fiona Dourif, she's in one scene where she tells Tiffany about, she gives Tiffany a message from Glenn and Glenda. And she only had a couple of lines, but again, she's Fiona Dourif. She did a damn good job. Like she said at Tiffany's execution. Yeah. I don't fucking know what they're doing, what Don Mancini's doing. I have no idea. Even medicated, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And in the next episode, that's where John Waters makes his return. Obviously, that's a whole other character because he didn't survive Cedar Chucky, but what we do know is he's going to be revealed as the creator of the Good Guy Dolls. So that could be interesting. Who knows? But yeah, I don't. What the fuck's happening here? The episode was to me for the most part. Except for the stuff that hit me personally, and I guess, and of course, all of Brad Dourif and Fiona Dourif. Well, they're for like the legacy characters. Just like I said before, like I've been saying, except for them, episode was yeah. At this point, I'm not even sure I care anymore. Quite honestly, like, yeah, oh yeah, and the agent dude is actually working for someone. Surprise, surprise, and he's trying to get them in the White House. First, it was that dude who played Lexi's father, but he got electrocuted. So, but someone else he's working for, and trying to get them in there. Like, oh, okay, fuck, sure, whatever. Yeah, that is all I have. This crazy ass episode. Oh yeah, the title screen. I didn't do last week's. It was like what happens when you put light on film before it's done developing. And then this week's is blood, because there will be blood. And it's dripping until it makes the Chucky logo. And you see it's and if you look into the blood closer, you can see the Chucky doll laughing. That's what it is. It's pretty cool. And no, nothing else of note. Yeah. Thank you for watching.